Hey guys, it's Bitcoin Schmitcoin here with another video update for Bitcoin Magazine. Today we'll be looking at the monthly, weekly, daily, and some intraday levels. We'll be looking at it from both a horizontal support and resistance perspective, and today we'll be talking about some EMAs as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The bullish market structure has yet to be invalidated. We did see a little bit of selling pressure kick in right after we broke this high, but it's nothing terribly surprising. If we go ahead and look at the monthly perspective, I'll go ahead and zoom out to the monthly. We can see that not a whole lot of surprises here. We're still sitting above this resistance band. We still broke this macro downtrend, and so far so good. If we look at the weekly, this is where stuff starts to get a little interesting here. So if we look at the weekly perspective, the 200 EMA, which is my red band here, and my 50 EMA, which is my blue band here, is kind of creating this little range at the moment. And you can see that the breakout that we saw a few days ago, I guess a couple weeks ago now, it came about by clearing this 200 EMA. And then it got stifled by this 50 EMA. It's not entirely surprising that we took a little pit stop here, but you can see here that the 50 EMA isn't a terribly reliable support and resistance during the bear market because it tended to overthrow it several times. I mean, ultimately it got respected, but it is a general gauge in terms of where the market stands on a macro health perspective. If we zoom out to the prior trend, the bullish trend, the market did trend above it the entire length of the bull market, and then really at the depths of the bear market, when it really started to get bad, the market failed to hold above it. So it is a nice metric just to keep yourself in check and look at the market objectively. If you look at the daily view from the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA, you get the same sort of thing. The 200 EMA was support along the entire bull run, and the 200 EMA became resistance throughout the entire bear market. From a horizontal support and resistance perspective, we're kind of in this no man's land that I've been talking about. You can see here that we haven't really encountered a whole lot of support and resistance tests. We're kind of just cruising along in here. We did see this little bit of a rejection, but something to note is that we actually didn't even test the support turned resistance here. So this was prior support. It broke through, and now I was expecting it to come up and test it from the bottom, but it's a little surprising that we didn't actually manage to come up and test it, and rather we got rejected a little earlier. So that says a couple of things to me. There is a whole pool of liquidity in here that shorters are still interested in. If you're a macro Bitcoin bear, you want to get up into this level because there's a lot of juicy liquidity for you to capture and reverse the market. The other thing, there's still not a whole lot of selling pressure kicking in. I mean, yeah, we saw this one giant day, but if we look at the 4-hour chart, it's not terribly huge. We do see, a couple of follow-through candles, but ultimately it just culminated in this support and resistance test, which this guy right here, it was resistance at first. It broke out, saw support there, and now once we broke this high, these two highs here, it came back down, retested it, and it's being support again. Not only is it acting as support, but as we cleared this low here, it occurred on very low volume. So, we did see some pullback, but I don't see anything terribly bearish about this. We're still making higher lows. We're still making higher highs. And we haven't even tested this overhead resistance. So it seems logical to me that we'll go ahead and see a retest of this before we see any macro pullback of any sort. The last recording I did, I talked about this support and the supply and demand channel here. Obviously, that got invalidated as it broke back down, but that was an hourly supply and demand channel, not meant to be a macro governing market structure. If you're interested in the large bearish perspective, one argument could be made that we broke this monthly resistance. We broke it on the way down, we broke it on the way up, and we haven't retested it. So it's entirely possible that this market keeps going down and retest this, this $4,700 level, or maybe even this downtrend we see here. I could see, if the market gets very bearishly aggressive, I could see it retesting this downtrend here. But it is worth noting that we blew through this level on the way down. We blew through it on the way up, and the market didn't come back and retest it until it saw some very large selling pressure. So I'm not expecting to see a retest of this until we see some really climactic selling going on. We're not seeing climactic selling. Rather, we're seeing a break of resistance that's drifting upward and is absorbing sells. So not a whole lot of buying climax going on so far. But yeah, so keep an eye out for a retest of this level if things do get really hairy. But ultimately, I think before we see a retest of this level, we see a break of this like band of resistance. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this content and you like the video format, let us know. Drop us a message on Twitter, on YouTube, or email. I'll go ahead and update you guys next week, but you guys have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and keep an eye out for these levels I outlined.